on the subject of asking the hypothetical, do you think Brendan Shanahan would have made a difference this season when they went through or started their slide and then ended up in that 15-game stretch?
I don't know. With such lack of experience over a 12-month period, if that's what you're talking about, I don't see it. I really don't. I believe that in many ways he's handcuffed a little bit here. If people think that there's going to be real results here in the next summer months or 6 months or 12 months, you look at this roster and you look at the UFAs, you look at, again, the long-term commitments to Kessel and Phaneuf, who he's inherited. What real true changes can we see, Mac, in 6 months or 12 months from now? No.
To address this culture and the character?
Yes, but it's going to take baby steps here, Darren. It's not something that's going to happen overnight.
Tim Lewicki didn't sound like he was interested in baby steps.
Yeah, and let's not forget.
You tell me, can it change this quickly with Brendan Shanahan here with zero experience?
No, the culture will change slightly because of the management team, but the culture will really change when it's the culture of the group in the dressing room. Coach, players. That's where your identity comes from. That's where your culture really comes from. That's where you get the feel for leadership. I think
so
Brendan,
does Shanahan give that room and that leadership group some swagger and some confidence?
I think it does. And let's not forget, Tim Lewicki talked about the Los Angeles Lakers. And yeah, they were an unbelievable team. But they did have Shaq and Kobe there. And they were really the face of that franchise along with the coach. So, you know what? It takes time, and it still, for me, I'm telling you, it's still all about the players. Let's never forget that. I don't care how many presidents you hire, it's still about the players.
It could take 6 months before Nonis really has a feel for how it's going to work with Brendan Shanahan and how he's going to report to Brendan. And we've seen it before, Mac, whether it's an ownership or a president, they want to be kept in the loop all the time. What does that mean? Does that mean that Nonis reports to Brendan daily, weekly, monthly? Like, is there a cap on emails? Does he get 3 emails during a game, 5 emails after a game? All of this, they've got to work out.
Well, Nonis said he expects to talk to him every day.
And
the one thing Shanahan
does that's fine, Scott. That's fine. But that can also really hurt the relationship. It can hurt the progress of the hockey team.
And the perception of the GM.
It could slow down things. We know with some instances throughout the league, the worst thing for a general manager is having to answer emails 4 or 5 times a day by your president or your somebody on the board.
Or ask if you can do things.
Well, Brendan
ask
said
if you can do things.
He's not a micromanager. You can only take him at his word right now and see how it plays itself out. But to Lewicki's point, it is additional leadership in the organization. It's additional mindset, and it's additional experience of a different kind, not necessarily as a manager, but a guy who's been around winning organizations throughout his career.
And you take that as a positive. That, to me, is a positive, and let's see how it unfolds.
And that's one of the tenor, again, of that press conference was a lot of people, and even before that press conference, are focusing on how it's not going to work between Shanahan and Nonis and not looking at, well, does this guy bring something to the table that makes them a better organization today?